Hey Capricorn, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in with me. We are going to be doing your quest for the Stone of Destiny wild card read. I'm looking forward to doing a deep dive with you all. We aren't going to waste any time. We're going to open up looking at the paths you have before you, as well as the path that you are leaving behind now. Then we're going to check out what magics you need to carry forward with you as you make your way through that initiatory gateway that will come in with the November 1st Scorpio new moon. This is going to be the culmination of the lunar cycle that was kicked off with the full moon in Aries that we had on the 17th, the Hunter's moon. Hopefully you'll be shooting your shot come that new moon. You'll be finding the way forward, the road opening. I have every faith in you. So we'll look at those magics you'll need to carry forward with you to activate your destiny, as well as any wild card elements in play. And then we'll do our typical quest read and just see what comes through for you. This is for any strong Capricorn placement, or if you happen to have a prominent placement in the 10th house. So if you are a Cancer rising, that makes you a Capricorn descendant. All right. So let's just tune in and see what wants to come through for you, Capricorn. Let's check out first the road that you are leaving behind, the path that you are leaving behind you now as you prepare to step on the road that hopefully activates your North Node. Okay, so far it's been coming out pretty good for the signs. I have every faith in you as a sea goat. You know how to alchemize as good as the rest of them, if not better. And you are very resilient. So let's check it out, Capricorn. What is the path that Capricorn is leaving behind now? Using the Halloween Oracle. Oh, I like this. Sweetness and synergy. So it looks like there's already a lot that is coming to fruition for you. If you don't see this arriving on the scene just yet, trust that it will be coming into view, Capricorn, okay? You've set things in motion. I think that this is just coming as a confirmation from Spirit that you have laid down the proper foundation, and you can trust that you got quite a harvest coming your way with Barnbrock here. Sweetness and synergy as well, making sure that you're aligning with the right path at the appropriate time. Okay, let's get some more details about this foundation you've put in place up to this point, Capricorn. Let's check it out. I like this. You're off to a really strong start. I had no doubt. You would be off to a strong start. Let me say that Capricorns are kind of salt of the earth, very resilient people, very focused people, driven. They're practical, but they have quite a mutable side to them too. I know they're a cardinal sign, but they got quite a mutable quality to them as well. I think they're natural alchemists myself. I think most people don't look at that deep, soulful side of Capricorn very often. You know, there's something to be said for those who can be resilient. You know, that is adaptability in its highest form. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Again, your word is synergy. It comes in again. And yes, you achieve the cauldron of Dagda. This has been coming out for pretty much all the signs I've been reading so far. So this is good, all right? You have achieved some level of healing. You've made some peace with your past. You've integrated your lessons. I think you're just really eager to get where you're looking to go. You know what I'm saying? And I do see that coming in for you. You have synergy and healing here. You've been cooking up something good in the cauldron. You have been stirring the pot in some cases, but just with the right measure, right? Of kind of like poking, prodding, thumbing your nose at fate, challenging the limits a little bit. Okay, you've been doing it just in the proper measure. You need to do that a little bit. Okay, you can't always be staying within the lines. So I do see that you have been stirring things up, but just appropriately. Okay, that's so Capricorn. So I like it. This looks really good. I feel like in the wake of all of that, there is a hidden talent that's starting to emerge within you. We got I almost said cauldron again. Okay. So maybe there is something that you are really learning about working with the element of fire. Because I wanted to say cauldron again. You might be doing some cauldron work, you know. Cauldron, it makes me think of breed, and it makes me think of Awen, you know, that quality of Awen and calling in that spirit of the musing energy. Interesting. And working with the transformational quality of the fire. There's something in the process that has been illuminated for you. If it's not already, it will be shortly, that you have a certain hidden talent that couldn't have awakened in you otherwise. Okay. You had to go through the challenges you went through, but I feel like you're about to capitalize on that hidden talent. Interesting energy, okay? There's something that's going to come into alignment for you. It's an opportunity for you to capitalize on a hidden talent. And it's something that gave birth in a cycle where you were going through a lot of challenges. It might have been even a talent that you discovered through some kind of spiritual means, okay? Something came your way. This could even be like, I got like a new power that's awakening in you. Interesting. Okay, let's see here. It might even be something that comes directly from your bloodline with that cardinal medicine there. Ooh, emotional intelligence. We've got some vampire energy here. And on the other side, remembrance. Okay, so there's something coming through here about remembering something that I feel is connected to the bloodline. Remember the way that those within your bloodline have lost their power before, and exercise emotional intelligence as you go forward to share your gifts. Maybe there was a lot of silencing of gifts in the past in your bloodline. You might want to look at your ancestral roots in that regard. There might be something for you to trace there, something for you to track. There could be some opposition moving forward. There's a lot that's coming into alignment for you. There's a big time of harvest up ahead. You have really properly laid down the foundation, and everything that is coming into alignment for you right now is because you have been taking those steps very diligently. You have really been focused. You've been working hard. You've had to be resilient. And I feel like during that testing time, you've had certain new powers start to awaken in you. You let a little bit of your rebellion come forward. It was just in proper measure. But there's something you're really about to step into, a hidden talent you have. You're going to be getting an opportunity. This is an opportunity that also could bring a great harvest your way. I feel like there could be opposition, though, to this. And it's related to something that you are supposed to resolve through the ancestral bloodline of having these talents suppressed, hidden, cloaked, in some cases silenced, cut off. It may have something to do with your voice. Okay, we're going to look at what magics you need to carry you forward on your path as you prepare to head on up to that stone of destiny. So it looks like you made it through that initiatory gateway of the Hunter's Moon. Well done. Yes, I had no doubt, though, because you are the sea goat. So you are salt of the earth, but you also know how to dive the depths. And you do have a shape-shifting quality to you. You are very adaptable in a very resilient way. And I think that's the quality that's often underestimated as part of Capricorn's magic or their alchemy. This card wanted to stay out on its own, so I'm going to take that. Okay, and let's see what else wants to come out here. Distant horizons. Okay, so again, I was just talking about your magic. It's, yes, everybody sees you as kind of being this very grounded sign with that anchor there, but you're taking off. You're taking off to new heights. I also feel like you are starting to work a lot more with the winds, the air, the ether quality. You're starting to activate these magics. Wherever you have air in your chart is being activated as perhaps this special talent that's awakening in you. I do feel like you are becoming more of a conduit, okay? You're starting to receive a lot of musing energy that's coming in. It's coming in through channeling. It's coming in through direct inspiration from the divine. At least it feels divinely inspired to you. To me, this feels very much like musing energy. And the musing energy that you bring in here is going to take you places. It's going to take you a lot farther than you expect. There's something about this musing energy that's directly connected to your North Node. This is some kind of spiritual activation of creativity that's meant to pour through you. And it's a little bit of uprooting from what you're used to. So you're kind of being asked to go with the flow of this magic. It might be your tendency to sort of want to be really grounded. It might feel quite large and uncontainable as you start to move into this creative energy, as this inspiration comes in for you. In some way, it may make you feel a little bit ungrounded, and you're kind of being asked to allow yourself to give over to the energy because it's going to take you places. What is this? Crossing energy here. Ooh, yes. And this is the activation of a special gift. It's a spiritual gift that's coming through with judication here. It's something that has to do with a karmic balancing. And it's like your just due coming through. Interesting. What other magics is coming coming in here for Capricorn as they head on up to that North Node to activate the Stone of Destiny? What other magics are coming in here for Capricorn? I do feel like this is something that's sort of like a balance due through the bloodline. That's how it's coming through. It's very interesting. There's some gift from your ancestors that's coming through now. It's going to come through in the form of some kind of musing energy. This is like a creative gift that you're meant to share. Okay? It's something that was suppressed. Something that was suppressed in the past, but it won't be suppressed any longer. One more round here, and then I'm going to do a cut of the deck here with the Kipper deck that I'm using here. I mean, this seems like this is the message. This is the magic you're carrying forward with you. It's your birthright. And again, journey. What's on the other side here? Bad health. See, this was prevented from moving. Blocking energy. Okay, this has been held back. There's but it's the vehicle that takes you forward. And this is the activation of a long journey up to the North Node. And you're overcoming something that was acting as like a pox. It was acting as a limitation, and it was preventing the activation of this forward movement to step into your destiny. But it's like all of those barriers are being lifted here. And something is of full recovery, right? You were held back in the past here. But this is being transformed. You healed something. You healed something. It's something that was keeping you in this position of not being able to move forward with imprisonment here. You couldn't come into proper alignment with your destiny. You may have even dealt with some health challenges in regard to this. I got something about ankle. If you ever felt like you had issues with your ankle that made it difficult for you to walk, I'm almost seeing this imagery of like a ball and chain around the ankle. It's something that was carried over something that was carried over ancestrally, or if you're open to the idea of past lives, a past life, this is being lifted from you. And now you're coming into alignment here with the sweetness of the bloom. Main female. A main female may play a role in this, okay? Interesting energy. Interesting energy. You also are gaining a magic that transforms thorns into roses. And that will have personal meaning to you. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. What are the wild card elements coming into play here? Ooh, yeah, okay, you're going to get where you need to go now. So this is definitely the road opening here, and perhaps in a stronger way than you expect. We got a pit bull driving a tiny truck here, okay? So I do feel like you got big energy right now. And there's something about your energy that really is the driving force. Again, if you feel like this is something that has been held back, this is something that is going to be coming in for you, okay? This is something that's going to be coming in for you here. Interesting. And it's going to move you forward. There may be even somebody you're meeting up with here. This person's very determined like you. They have a very strong mind, and they're going to move you forward here in some way, perhaps with an opportunity. It's a helpful influence, somebody coming onto your path. You're going to manifest together. 333 coming in there. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, what other wild card elements are coming into play here for Capricorn? What other wild card elements are coming into play here for Capricorn spirit? What other wild card elements are coming into play here for Capricorn spirit? It's really interesting because I'm doing your read differently than the structure I had for the other reads. See, it's kind of like a go with the flow kind of energy that's coming in here for you. Look at this. Yeah, go with the flow. Look in that rat. Has a rose too. Isn't that funny? And rats, you may be dealing with a rat, okay? Somebody born in the year of the rat, but the rat was the first to greet the Buddha, okay? So there's something here about a determination to get where you're going to go. And you already built up a lot of momentum. In fact, it's already there. So there's something about the way you're flowing forward. It's different, but it gets you there first, okay? And there's some sweetness of the bloom that comes in for you. With all the other signs so far, I looked at, the path that they had been on, and then I went to looking at the path as they see it, going forward from this point. And then I went to the path that is the hidden path. It's going to be presented in this particular lunar cycle. But with you, I just jumped from where you've been to going into all these other elements. That lets me know that you're really in this place of potency right now. Like you're at a point where you need to be very aware of what you're focusing on and what your thoughts are and what you're speaking into existence. Look at that, because I'm doing there's like this manifestation quality to your energy right now that you need to be aware of. I feel like all these points between where you've been and what you're aware of right now and what's coming into alignment in the future, I just have this image of all of these points, all of these paths are coming to the same juncture right now. It's a PowerPoint of manifestation. That's what I got. That's what's coming in for you. We'll look at the other stuff. I love it because you've shed all of these fears with the pregnant babies in reverse, okay? Fear held you back from activating your destiny. Maybe even fear has been holding you back since you came into this world, since you were born. It's like some kind of fear, something was put on you. Some of you may even feel like you've had an energy that's trailing you throughout your life. And it's this energy that has kept you very small. It's kept you hidden. It made you afraid to step into your potential, but there's some challenge here that you've overcome. It's like you've slayed the demon And as you do this, I feel like there's also somebody else here very much mimics your energy, okay? It could be this rat character, but there's somebody just as enterprising, as focused as you. You're about to come into alignment with this person on your path. You couldn't have come into alignment with this person until you shed some necessary fear. I feel like you've shed this fear. And that's why this meeting is going to take place. And the potential that you could never activate before is going to be activated through this meeting. It's a meeting of minds, I heard. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and do a cut of the deck, and then we'll look at your other paths. But that's pretty wild, the way that energy just wanted to take over. So if you feel like right now, if there's any remnants of those old fears that are telling you like, I can't transform my life, I'm blocked, or any of this nonsense, it's so not true. Because you're in a place right now where you're really tapping source. It is that temperance kind of energy. It is that expansion of Sagittarius, that house of Sagittarius. It's got that same kind of limitless quality to it. So pay attention to that. Okay, cut of the deck. Wild card elements in play. Ooh, yes. See, you have to be aware of the power or transformational power that you hold right now, because when we're looking at the penis whistle here, okay, these are the aspects of ourself, okay, that can kind of operate beneath the surface that we're not really aware of. And you could cut off this potency before it's prime. You know what I'm saying here? So maybe pay attention to something that could be activated by somebody around you, maybe somebody who sees that you're about to activate this potency and they want to cut it off. And so they could kind of like get in your head, you know, with a well-placed word, okay? Or just sort of being very subtly undermining. This could also be that same energy that's been lingering, that's been kind of like trailing you throughout your life. I got, since you came into this world, I think it's something you've always been conscious of. For some of you, it really translates to almost an entity quality. Like you feel like you've had an entity that's followed you throughout your life, that's kept you fearful in a fear state. Maybe you dealt with a lot of nightmares when you were younger too. It could have been that energy. Some of you may need to do some journeying work to sort of face off with that energy. That may be something that's a wild card element that'll be coming in for you. Either way, I feel like you got the power in your hands. So if something like that activates in your consciousness, if you find that you have nightmare energy coming through, understand that it's because you are really close to having that power firmly put in your hands. And not just that it's being put in your hands, it's more that you already have it in your hands, but you're really waking up to the reality of, oh, I have it, and the opportunity to exercise it is about to line up for you. So do be aware of the way that others around you, or like I was saying, just even spiritual influence can try to hold you back from activating that power here. Because whatever this is, it is the making of your destiny. Woo, yes. And it's something here that is going to come to fruition with that new moon, I have to say. The path will lead you forward to your fulfillment. And you could be partnering with either somebody born in the year of the pig in Chinese astrology, or without wolf energy there, it could be somebody, Pisces could be involved in this situation. Pisces on the medicine wheel is wolf totem. Also, it could be somebody who wants to interrupt you achieving this moment of self-satisfaction. I think of that pig energy, it's self-satisfaction there. So do be aware, I have to say, because that 12th house of Pisces does rule over hidden enemies. Be aware of those qualities within yourself. This could be an aspect of yourself, perhaps, too. Look at the quality of greed and how that could have you maybe moving counter to your true path. Maybe something that seems like an instant gratification point that you should be a little bit more mindful of just blindly accepting. This might be something that's coming on your path as a challenger. It's a wild card element. Comes in with that new moon in Scorpio, the transformation point, on November 1st, which is an initiatory gateway. The cycle begins again. Okay, let's check this out. This is so wild the way that happened. You know what your magics are, okay? You know what your magics are. You know what the wild card elements are. Let's see what you're seeing as the path forward right now. How is Capricorn viewing their path forward right now? What is their present view? What is Capricorn's present view of their path? I saw a flash of the mummy change. So yes, there was this feeling of being held back. It's like, you know, you're supposed to move forward, but you're not quite certain. How do I move forward? Also kind of telling yourself stories about why you can't move forward that aren't really true, but something's about to be revealed to you. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's what I got, okay? Yes, look at this. I mean, you have such protection around you, happiness in our hearts and homes with hearth here. So your north node is secured. You will be protected along the way. You got gargoyle energy around you there, okay? And we are going to be bringing something in. I'm going to do a gargoyle attunement. Just because it sounds like fun to me. I want to bring some fun stuff in, especially moving on up to Halloween, Samhain there. It just feels appropriate, okay? So be on the lookout for that. But yes, you do have some gargoyle energy around you. You have some protective energy around what wants to come in here, because gargoyles, remember, gargoyles protect from malevolent forces. And I do feel like there are those around you, and for some of you, energies around you that want to thwart. You're activating this, and it has something to do with old stuff, you know, old family stuff in some cases, okay? Connections that feel like family, you know, where there's sort of like a weak link in the mix there. This could be carryover stuff from past lives. But see, for you, it's the activation of your destiny. It is something that has been held over. It's been like held over from the past, like a pox on the bloodline. But you're stepping out of these shadows because you have a peculiar resilience, I'm hearing. A peculiar resilience. You're resilient spiritually. It's like you came into this life with a lot of spiritual knowledge. You know how to deal with certain forces of, I don't want to say darkness, because I don't like the language around that. I think that that's something that's really been programmed into us. Darkness is not evil. Darkness is a place of potential. Darkness is a place of potency. It's from where all creativity is birthed, okay? So I want us to have a different kind of perspective here, right? Forces of distortion. I think that's how it wants to come through. And I think this is the quality of this energy that's sort of been hanging over the bloodline like a dark cloud. It's a force of distortion. But there's something you have here. It's like knowledge that you have inside you. You have storehouses of knowledge inside you, and you've recently tapped into these storehouses of knowledge through tapping your roots. For a lot of you, it's come through tapping your roots, through tapping your ancestral bloodlines and learning about the spirituality of your ancestral bloodlines. This has been coming through for a lot of people. But I feel like you have just had like just years and years and years of knowledge, wisdom awaken in you. And you can't explain it. There's just certain things you know. And you are the curse breaker here. And what you're doing is you're creating fortune and opportunity out of what used to be restriction or limitation. You found a way through. You found a way through, or you're about to. You're about to get an opportunity to transform this limitation into the stuff of blessings. Interesting. Look at this. And it's coming from the ancestors. This is old stuff. This is like the bones are singing through you. Love is love is love. And it transcends physical death. It's a blessing from the ancestors. It's just, it is what it is. That's how it's coming through. Cut of the deck. Let's see what we got here around this. Again, you need to be aware though, because there are those that would like to drain you of this power. They would like to siphon this energy. They would like to drain this dry so it doesn't have the potential to come into manifestation. Some of you are dealing with a very like parasitic, vampiric like energy here, and it wants to prevent this synergy and healing. This could even be like a witchy kind of character that you dealt with, okay? This person may be coming around. You may be sensing them. You may have sensed their energy trying to tap in recently. This person may come around as you're leading up to that new moon. You need to exercise emotional intelligence with this character, okay? There's something here you need to be aware of, right? And you might even get a warning message from your ancestors in relation to this, okay? They might tell you how to effectively deal with this character. Okay, show me what is the hidden path that Capricorn is not aware of. What is the hidden path that Capricorn is not aware of that's going to be coming into view for them during this lunar cycle leading up to the new moon in Scorpio on November 1st. As I've talked about this energy in your reading progressively, I'm noticing more and energy is wanting to block the voice specifically, okay? Which isn't going to happen here. But I'm just letting you know how it's translating. Interesting. What fell to the floor here? Remembrance in reverse, strength in reverse, illumination in reverse, joy in reverse, owl in reverse. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, this is some deceiver energy. They don't want you to remember the knowledge of your ancestors. When you are connected to your ancestors, you have strength, you have power. So they want to create blockage. This is trying to shut down the illumination that rises up out of the past, which will block you from your birthright and your joy. Deceiver energy with the owl here. Some of you could be dealing with the Sagittarius. Owl is Sagittarius on the medicine wheel there. It's their birth totem, okay? Or this could just have to do with, it's a spiritual matter, okay? And you need to be aware of this. Again, there's the same quality of something from the past, sort of still keeping watchful eye here, has not fallen away, all right? There's something you need to be aware of here. And maybe there is also a need for forgiveness, releasing a burden here. There is that rose, right? That might be how this rose is coming through. But has deception created some kind of blockage here and prevented forgiveness in a matter? Caused confusion, lack of insight, lack of illumination, weakened a situation. You could be dealing with a vampiric character. You could be dealing with somebody who is actively exercising emotional intelligence in this situation. I feel like you need to exercise emotional intelligence with a trickster that's going to be coming your way, all right? That coming in very, very strongly. All right. Interesting. Okay, I didn't get finished shuffling yet. What is this hidden path coming in here? Pretty wild, okay? Just a few more shuffles here. Your reading is so interesting to me. This energy is so interesting. It's refusing to take a particular form, and I like it. I like it. Yes. See, there's the illumination. You do have the illumination though. And it's one of those things, it's like, you're not going to go back into the darkness where you are sort of like fumbling around, trying to find the information, trying to find the knowledge, trying to get those keys. They've already been activated in you. You may not be aware of it yet. If you're not aware of it, you are about to be aware of it very soon here. What is this hidden path? What is this hidden path that is awakening? I feel within Capricorn at this time that leads to the Stone of Destiny. Look at this, see? Skull of darkness, blind spots. Somebody's been doing candle magic. I got that really strongly. Candle magic. They might have even been working with a skull candle to try to create blind spots for you. Woo! But that's coming to an end. Look at this transformation of the shadow with the moth medicine. Death, the eternal cycle begins here. So this, whoever this trickster is that's been causing issues for you on your path, and in some cases it could be, like I was saying, it could be an energetical holdover that's been attached to you. If that's the case for you, you would know. You've been familiar with it. You felt it your whole life, okay? This has lost its power because it's too late. You already stepped into your strength. So it's really interesting with your read because it's like you're already lined up with your destiny. You're already lined up. It's just sort of like you need to really realize that you're already lined up. Maybe you think you're not lined up with it yet, but you are. You're already lined up. Let's do a cut the deck and see what we got. Look at this. Yep. See? You've already transformed. You've already transformed. You just need to come to the realization of it. Once you come to the realization of it, then you'll see your outer reality shift. So you're still living in the illusion. I get it. You're still living in the illusion. Where is it? You're still living in the shadow of the past. You don't recognize. You've already transformed. It's just a matter of timing. It's all about to sync up for you. I want to get that visual just so you can see it. It's, you know, it's all this energy that's been like hanging out from the past, like a psychic imprint, but you've already transcended this. This is dawn, the light after the darkness. You saw through some kind of deception. You saw through some kind of illusion here. You've also gained a lot of magic I got from your bloodline. Yes. Yes, if all of this is true. So anybody that was working against you, they've already been overcome. This has been balanced out. It's like the judgment's already been made here, Capricorn. That's what it looks like. You got a lot of protection around you right now. This is good energy. All right, let's dive into your quest read. Okay, we're going to just see what's up ahead here. 6 of coins. Yeah, look at that. Look at that energy. The balance has already been achieved here. You got karmic balance. Okay, so you're heading on up. Congratulations. You're moving on up to that north node. I feel like there's some influence coming in here. There's somebody that is going to come in here that's going to be like your symbolic chariot forward as you rise up into that potential of that stone of destiny. So show me what it is Capricorn's quest. What is the nature of Capricorn's quest as they head on up to that stone of destiny, the activation of their north node? What is Capricorn's quest? What is the nature of their quest? We're using the Tarot of the Divine here for your quest. I don't use this deck often, so I find it interesting when I am drawn to it. It works a lot with fairy tales, so maybe you are stepping into fairy now. You're about to have a fairy tale unfold for you. Well, we know fairy tales. They have their tricky elements. They always have a lesson, something that needs to be integrated here. I feel like you're about to enter a time of deeper learning on your spiritual path, okay? All right, let's check it out. Basis of the matter, look at this. Ace of Cups. You see? What you desire is about to be poured into you here. All you need to do is receive it. You're really going to see a full fruition of this energy that's initiated here if you embrace this opportunity and accept this quest in the summertime. And by summertime next year, we'll have the nodes of destiny will be shifting and we'll be in the age of Aquarius. So this is beautiful energy here, something that really fills you to the brim, makes you overflow with that joy. There's some joy here you're meant to receive, and all you need to do is just open up and let it in. So show me the nature of Capricorn's quest here, Spirit. Look at this. Lovers. So this is you coming into union with another here. Little Beauty and the Beast. This is your fairy tale, you could say. So, you know, there's a lot of depth to that fairy tale. And I do encourage you to do some research. Don't just think of like the Disney version. Go and check out the roots of the fairy tales. They can show you a lot. You see the roses here again? Okay. So you're coming into alignment with somebody pretty potent here, and they are an activating factor on your path. You two are very different from one another in some way. You know, they could be real short and you're tall. One of you could be from a different background in some way, different ethnic background, different spiritual background. You come from different sides of the world. There's something about you that is very different. And yet what is different is so harmonious. It's actually something that really brings you closer together. And there's a lot of opposition to this coming together. There's a lot of opposition to this coming together. But you're going to receive news about this here with the Page of Wands. There's news coming in. There might even be news about warning about some kind of potential storm, some kind of challenge. You might be alerted about some kind of opposition in regard to this coming together that you do need to be aware of. It's just making me think of Oya's horsetail whip when I'm seeing this here, okay? All right, give me more details about this, please. One more round. Any more details about this quest? So you're coming into alignment with the soulmate here. This is a destined meetup, but there's some opposition. There's a potential storm brewing around this. You'll receive some news about this that will highlight it. Cut the deck. Three of Cups. Okay, got Three of Cups right here. We got Nine of Wands, you see. There's an energy here that's wanting to lead you astray and put you in a position of fear about moving forward with this. All right, that's Baba Yaga's hut there off in the background of this Nine of Wands. Ooh, look at that. You got some energy here that is trying to block this and is trying to put you in a fear space around this, around you receiving the sweetness that you're meant to receive here, the sweetness and this energy. And you need to be aware of it, because I don't know if it's translating on your end over there, but when it goes dark on this end over here, sometimes it shows up on the feed when I premiere it, and sometimes it doesn't. but something keeps trying to eclipse this energy. You need to be mindful of it. It's got like, you know, definite witchy kind of vibes here. I say that because this makes me think of it takes three, okay? It takes three to make a circle here. So this could be somebody who's actively trying to manipulate a situation here. And the Lovers, that's Gemini energy. Okay, what's on the opposite side here? Three of Wands, you see. But I feel like you are already giving this energy the slip. All right? You're already giving the energy the slip here. You're aware of it. You're aware of it. But that's not going to prevent this character from trying to intrude here. And they may be looking for a different way around. This person likes to enter into the dream space a lot. That's what I got. Okay. You might be finding your lucid dreams picking up a little bit. You might be having this person pop up in your dream space. That will kind of highlight to you when the oppositional energy is coming in, because there's some oppositional energy running counter to this, okay? So pay attention to your dreams here. A lot will surface there for you. All right, tell me about this nemesis. What is this nemesis on the road to their stone of destiny? What is the nemesis for Capricorn on the road to their stone of destiny? What is the nemesis for Capricorn as they head on their road to the stone of destiny here? Two of Swords. See, it's so wild. It's like you've already got this energy blocked. But see, this energy is very persistent, and it's almost like they can't accept it. But you've already passed through some initiatory gateway. Like you're warded here. That's what I got. Who is this energy? It's more detrimental to them than it is to you. That's how it's looking so far. It's sort of like if you succumb to the fear that they're trying to generate, that's what slips you up. Okay? So anytime you start to feel a sense of anxiety or fear, that should clue you into this energy that is trying to tap in. And my ears are buzzing so loud right now. I know that's what's up. That's their energy. It's not yours. It's not your fear. It's not your anxiety. It's this energy that's clinging here. It's either a hidden enemy, okay? You have familiarity with this person, or it's like a spiritual matter. And see, you've already been balanced out here. So this has already been karmically balanced. It's like judgment's already been made in your situation. But you could sabotage yourself by believing this projected fear is yours when it's not. You're taking it on. I feel like you need to have better boundaries here. And you probably should get a little bit more grounded. But you have a lot of protective energy here with the King of Coins, okay? Like your energy is very strong and rooted. And you should turn to the dryads, work with the tree medicine, right? It will help you stay connected to your roots as well, your ancestral roots. But a tree power spot is something that can be very beneficial for you. Just staying in this place of shielding and protection. You know, you might even want to mimic that energy of the tortoise a little bit, like grok that medicine a little bit and envision that shell, you know, on your back that just sort of shields you here. There's something about this that's very important for you during this lunar cycle, because I feel like even though this has been balanced out and you're on the other side of it, this energy is trying to tap in. It is trying to tap in quite strongly. All right, so do be aware of it. Do be aware of that. All right, cut the deck here. Yeah, see, you got 9 of Cups and the World. And look, Looks like despite the attempts to try to thwart this, you are coming into alignment with this wish fulfillment here. This is something that's going to pour into you. This is someone who is going to pour into you. And I know that there's sort of like this energy that's lingering on the periphery. It may look sweet, but it's poisonous. And I say that because this couple here is surrounded by angel trumpets. And angel trumpets, they're part of the Datura family. Datura is known as the devil's apple, okay? So this could be something that could be a temptation for you that could veer you off course, that you need to be aware of. It may look fulfilling in the moment, but there's something here that does need to be brought to a close. It could involve a fixed sign energy. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, okay? You need to be aware of this energy. This energy needs to be sent on its way. It needs to be given its walking papers with the Six of Swords. This is very important. But there's something here that could be tempting for you. The forgiveness came in. There's many different ways to forgive. You might want to be careful that you don't adopt a viewpoint that tells you that forgiveness means you have to let this person back into your life. You might want to be careful about that. It may seem sweet. It's poisonous, okay? This is coming through. Be mindful of this, Capricorn, right? What is Capricorn's spirit ally as they head on up to that stone of destiny? What is Capricorn's spirit ally as they go to activate their destiny? What is Capricorn's spirit ally as they go to activate their destiny? What is Capricorn's spirit ally as they go to activate their destiny? Seven of Coins. The fire is your ally. Keep fueling your fire. Keep working with the power of fire. It's the transformational energy. You're meant to be moving into your rebirthing energy now. You're not closing anything out. There's nothing else to sort of achieve, like all the right steps were taken. The foundation's in place. The manifestation is going to follow. You need to just continue to transform. Continue to allow the fire to transform you, to burn away all that's false. You might even want to work with fire, doing some good, burns. Just burn some old stuff, burn it up, let it go, release it to the fire. You can write out, things that you want to release on bay leaves and toss them in fire. It's a great way to just do a real simple smoke cleansing ritual. But you're meant to release the old energy now. Your total investment needs to be in your transformation. Okay, transformation that's been outlined for you by what's already been revealed to you. Okay, there's something you've already seen here, a truth you've already seen. What is Capricorn's spirit ally moving forward toward their destiny? What is Capricorn's spirit ally moving toward their destiny? Let's see what we got here. Knight of Swords. To move forward with the truth that you already know, move forward swiftly. Don't waste any time here. To move like the wind. To move like the wind. Sylph energy. To move like the wind. What travels on the wind? Airwaves. To move like the wind. News. Communication. There's some kind of communication you'll need to issue. You'll receive a message, and then you're meant to act on it, and you're meant to act on it swiftly. Don't hold yourself back, okay? Don't tell yourself, well, it's not the right time, or I need to bide my time, or no. When this comes, you need to act swiftly on it. There's something about moving forward quickly to avoid further disappointment, okay? move quickly. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You already had Gemini come out, so there might be a Gemini connection to this, I have to say, okay? A Gemini could be an ally to you. A Gemini might give you some really important inside information that has you going rogue, man. Moves you forward very quickly here. There's some insight coming in to your situation that helps bring about a long-awaited alignment for you. Okay, what is the lay of the land for Capricorn moving forward, Spirit? What is the lay of the land? Knight of Coins. You see, this is your energy. You've been in this process of doing the groundwork, all right? This is the lay of the land. You already know what the lay of the land is. I love how the figure has the bow and arrow. See, you're going to be ready to shoot your shot once you get this news, once it comes in. And you know how to move forward. You know, you could be dealing with somebody born in the year of the ox as well. But it's that quality. It's, you know how to take something by its horns. You know how to take a bull by its horns. You may need to deal with a Taurus. You may need to handle a matter involving a Taurus, or you may need to handle a matter that involves the second house of Taurus. It deals with finances. It deals with how you see yourself, how you value yourself, your investments, what you're investing in. Whatever this is, if you're going to shoot your shot for it, you're going to need to stay the course. You're going to need to be very focused. And you need to keep applying energy. You can't let up with this. You'll know what this is when the message comes in. It'll be very clear. Okay, very clear. Eight of Swords. This is where you could get trapped in your fear. All right? You could get trapped in your fear. Don't be an ass, man. Don't sabotage yourself. Don't let somebody make you feel like an ass because they were able to work you either. You got to be aware of that wild card element in play. I mean, it's even here as this alignment is coming in for you and it's balanced out. This is an Arctic fox, okay? Fox energy is about camouflage. This is somebody that you are not aware of right now, okay? There is still this energy or this influence around you. You do need to be mindful of. It can only have power, though, if you grant it that power, and that's what you do need to be aware of. There's something about this situation where this individual, you just got to call it out with this individual. Like when you do have this person or this matter exposed to you, you need to take the bull by the horns effectively. Communicate directly. You may be getting some inside information about this from a Gemini, possible. Doesn't have to be. Whatever this message is that comes in that alerts you, though, it gets you moving forward really fast here. Okay, cut of the deck. So your lay of the land, man. Yeah, you need to block this energy and stay within that fire, the fire of transformation. You're already firmly in your rebirthing cycle here. Here comes the Knight of Wands. Look at you. Maybe you're coming into alignment with the Knight of Wands. I do feel like there's a sense of purpose. This is also that musing energy that's sort of driving you forward. It's the activation, okay? Woo. You could be partnering with fire sign energy or somebody with strong air and fire in their chart as possible. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's interesting here too. I'm noticing this. Look, you're supposed to stand with air and fire. Notice that? And nothing else should pass there. New moon, this will become clear. There's some definitive decision reached there about what needs to be blocked. Whatever this is, it is going to stir the pot in a big way, okay? And somebody is stirring things up. But see, you were meant to stir things up, remember? That energy came in for you. There's synergy. There's healing here. It's going to stir things up. It's going to cause a stir. It's meant to. That's part of its magic. That's part of its magic, okay? So you might be surprised because things have been moving so slow. But when this alignment comes in with this soulmate, this is when the magic really takes off. And that's the lay of your land, man. The lay of your land, you're going to be going rogue. You two really stir things up, okay? There's something that's taking off here like wildfire, okay? What is the beef? What is the meat of the matter moving forward here? What is the beef? What is the meat of the matter? Because I see you do have to be really firm about blocking certain energies here. There is something that needs to be cut off and totally transformed for you to have this movement forward. It's going to cause a stir, whatever this is. That's what I see. Oh, it's wanting to stick there. Eight of Wands. This is going to go down within, you know, the next couple of months. Okay, so definitely by the holiday season, this magic will have taken root. You will have taken this action, and it's going to cause a stir. Stir the pot. Stir in the pot a little bit. I kind of want to know, like, well, let's see what the beef is. That might answer my questions. What is the beef? What is the beef of this matter, Spirit? What is the beef? Ooh, yeah, there's somebody from the past here who is not happy about this. We got a King of Swords in reverse, okay? Coming in with the Griffin energy. It's definite sabotaging energy that you need to be aware of. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky energy here. This would be somebody that you'd already cut off in the past, that you had dealt with in the past. They likely would have a strong air sign placement in their chart somewhere. Or this person is definitely a mental manipulator, and you do need to be aware of that. You would probably already be aware of this quality. Somebody sees that you're coming into alignment with some kind of treasure, some kind of preciousness, and like Gollum, they want to cut that off. It could also just be, like I was talking about, this energy, this energetic attachment. You know, if you feel like you got a spirit attachment, that's this energy. You need to completely transform this energy and cut it off, your attachment to it. A lot of people don't understand that about like spiritual attachments. Like a lot of times it's because you're in fear and you hold on to that. And because you hold on to the fear, it has something to feed off of. And that is what keeps the attachment in place. But the minute that you transform the fear and you fully release it and recognize it only has the power over you that you attribute to it, I mean, that's the moment that it no longer has an effect. That is the moment of exorcism, you could say, when you really release the energetic attachment. And this could even be an energetic attachment to somebody from your past, an ex, that's still kind of like siphoning your energy or is holding a bit of your energy hostage because you're feeding it time, energy, attention, okay? Why? Why are they so bitter? They don't want to see you coming into some kind of treasure here, some kind of alignment, some kind of prize. Greed could be playing a factor here. Greed on their end and wanting to keep you in a position of lack, okay? That's how it's coming through. Why? Yeah, that's the judgment here. Monkey King. This is somebody with a big ego. They have a big ego on them, and they never learn their lessons. But they're about to have a big headache here. That's how it's coming through, because judgment is in your favor. And again, you got the fire of transformation. You have the power of fire here. So there's something you're already burning through in this situation. It's really wild the way it's coming out for you. It's an old score, but it's a score that was settled a long time ago. And it could be that during this cycle, somebody really had a huge, overly inflated ego as being a little bit humbled here, okay? They might actually be learning their lesson. They might actually be experiencing some degree of transformation. There's something coming through here is it's okay to forgive and also to still choose to walk away, that you need to be mindful of. Okay. That's how it's coming out. Right. I do feel like whoever this character is, they are manipulative. So you're going to need to exercise sound judgment. And if you start feeling confused, if they stir you up a little bit, okay, and you start feeling confused around this person, you need to take space so you can get clear on why you're feeling activated. Because this person's quite clever, they're quite stealth, and they're quite crafty, and they're highly manipulative. I got that. Okay. But there will be a humbling moment. Like there's something that's going to be transformed in this person through this process. That's what's coming in here. Interesting. Okay. What are the consequences Capricorn has to deal with as a result of their past actions? What are the consequences Capricorn has to deal with as a result of their past actions? Oh my gosh, what is all this? The novel. All in reverse. High Priestess in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. Page of Coins in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. Four of Coins in reverse. Magician in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. Wow, that's intense. Okay, first of all, the biggest way you sabotage yourself is by not trusting your intuition, with the Page of Swords in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and where you feel like somebody is suspect and you've already been informed by your intuition, you choose to throw that learning aside and it sabotages you every time. It shoots you in the foot, and that's what's caused problems for you in the past. All right? Sometimes, even though you get the memo, all the synchronicities line up, you get told very firmly and clearly by spirit what's what. You tend to look for the best in people, and so sometimes this is what allows you to get emotionally manipulated. You need to be aware of this here, okay? Because it's what sabotages you, and it's what's prevented you from passing through that gateway of initiation into the past. It's what's kept you sort of stuck in the past for too long out of fear. It's almost like safer to stay within the old template than to really branch out into the potential of the new. And this is like a subtle manipulation, you know? It's something that prevents the transformation from taking root, you know? You're like, why do I never get to go to the ball? Why am I always here doing all these chores? It's like cinder wench vibes, you know? It's because you're settling for apathy and comfort than to really challenge what has you so afraid here. But there's something that's being overcome. There is something that's being overcome here. But this is what it is. You have to face the fear. Something is going to come your way that challenges you to trust your intuition. And for some reason, there's going to be fear attached to it. Either you're afraid to let it go because you feel like it's everything you ever wanted, and yet that's the test. That's the test. Can you trust yourself above what feels like it's the activation of your dream come true, but is really a nightmare? There's something here about it might not feel safe to trust your intuition in a situation, but it's what you need to do, because it's in not trusting your intuition in the past that you were sabotaged. Yeah. And there's definite soulmate energy around this, okay? So again, that Raven medicine there, Raven medicine, it's Libra energy. This is a karmic matter. But beyond that, it's also looking at that magic. Raven is about magic. So there's something here that's almost cast a spell on your life. And the spell has been fear. Fear is what's kept the transformation at bay. Fear is what has caused you to give your power away to others or to keep yourself small. Okay. There's something about facing off, though, with a particular challenger here on your path. And you can't let fear win. You got to let fear fall away. You got to go through the fire. It's pretty potent, actually. You do that, and then you overcome the challengers that would drag you back down to the depths. You don't fall for the siren song, and you achieve the fulfillment, the happiness that's been here for you all along, just waiting for you to claim it. All you had to do was drop the fear. It's on the other side here. 7 of Wands. And then you need to hammer every one of those nails in that coffin and be done with it so you can really rise up into this happiness that's meant for you here. This is an old score that needs to be settled. I still got that it's old energy that's been around for a long time here. And it's up to you to be the curse breaker here. You're the one who's here to drive the final nail in that coffin. That's what I got. This is something that needs to be closed. It needs to be closed in this life. You've done this dance with this thwarting influence too long, for far too long, and it's time to put it to bed, man, for good. And there's more than just yourself that are freed as a result of this, I have to say. Okay. What is the power for Capricorn to gain through self-mastery on this path to the stone of destiny? What is the power for Capricorn to gain through self-mastery on the road to their destiny? What is the power for Capricorn to gain through self-mastery on the road to their destiny, spirit? What is the power for Capricorn to gain? It was 1:33 on the clock when I looked up there. Ooh. Yeah, some of you are really experiencing a transformation with a King of Wands here. That is that like Phoenix rising energy there. There could be a rebirth kind of energy coming in through a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's awakening some kind of happiness in your life. All right, let's see what this is. What is the power to be gained by Capricorn through self-mastery? I also feel like this is you owning your fire, recognizing that you have transformed, recognizing that it's time to enter the rebirth, like the ending has already taken place. Anything that's held on to at this point is just an illusion. Yes, 3 of Swords, Queen of Swords. Do you see? The lightning's already come. The tower is already fallen. This is the exalted energy. This is transforming the energy of pain into the energy of purpose. Okay, so this is really living by your truth. This is that frog rock energy. Fully 100% embodying your truth by drawing a line under the past. And that is the line that is that cord that tethers you to the suffering, to the grief. This tower is coming. There's a truth that is coming that will highlight for you what has been hanging out in the shadows that has kept you tethered to your grief. And as soon as you see this truth and recognize it, you will be able to cut off this energy that binds you to the suffering. It's some old grief that's followed you around. It's some old heartache. It's what's kept you separated. And it's something that's been in the shadows, okay? It's been in the shadows, but it's going to be highlighted for you. Its nature will be revealed to you, or identity in some cases, okay? It's been a thwarting influence. And it's up to you. Speak your truth, stand in your truth, and cut this off. It's coming through very clearly. Something here needs to be cut off. And something is being transformed. There's like a coming together, and at the same time, part of that coming together involves cutting off a particular energy. It's necessary. And it keeps wanting to dim on this side every time I bring it in. So there is something to that. Okay, what's at stake for Capricorn and their party? Those they love, those who are going to be joining them on the road to the stone of destiny. What's at stake for Capricorn and their party moving forward here, spirit? What's at stake for Capricorn and their party moving forward here, spirit? Are you going to live in the prison of your mind? Are you going to allow them to make an ass out of you? Or are you going to rise to the challenge here? You are free. You are free to move forward. The moment you claim it, you are free to move forward here. Okay? You're not trapped here. It's an illusion. Any fears you're having or anxieties you're having or feeling that you're not going to be able to move forward in the way that you envision, or that somehow your destiny has passed you by, all of it is an illusion. It's like being kept in a hall of mirrors. It's all within your mind. And that's what I'm talking about. It's the fear. The fear is what binds you right now. You got to cut off the ties to whatever is provoking fear in you. So maybe you need to recognize that. If somebody comes around and you notice when somebody comes around, it stirs up fear in you or anxiety, that's a good clue about what you need to cut off, because that character is provoking that fear in you. Okay? There's something you need to be mindful of. Sometimes, our instincts will fire off. Our gut instincts will fuel us with fear, and it's for our protection, okay? There's something you need to trust here. Something is not feeling safe. You need to trust it. Look at this. 4 of Swords. This is binding energy. We got Wolf here again. So something is trying to keep you from fully stepping on your path. And again, Piscean energy. It could be a 12th house matter. It's a karmic loop. It's something that's held you back for a long time. It could be a hidden enemy. It could be within you. So you have to be mindful of that too. You could be the hidden enemy. It could be a projection that you've taken on. It's based in fear though. And this is what's preventing you from being able to move forward. And look, it's something also that's trying to block your expression here. All right. It really does have like such an ancestral connection. So you could have come from an ancestral bloodline that was repeatedly silenced in some way, okay? Or maybe in a past life, you spoke your truth, you spoke it loud, and you suffered as a result. And you've always carried that with you, so you hold your voice back in this life. There's something very important about you really living by this truth at this time, speaking your truth, using your voice, and cutting off this energy that provokes the fear in you, that keeps you in this uncomfortable place, in order for you and those that you love and care for to be able to move forward here. It's essential. It's essential. We got the King of Cups here, bottom of the deck energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Be aware. Just be aware here. There's something you need to be aware of protecting here. It's that Ace of Cups you want to protect here. Dive deep with this one, okay? You could be dealing with water sign energy, namely a Pisces in this situation. It's like they got their sights set on this Ace of Cups. They're scrying into this matter a bit. I feel like it's somebody that's trying to tap in intuitively, or something that's trying to tap in intuitively, or in the dream space here. And this influence is submerged. I'm not liking the look on the face here. You see what I'm saying? It's a little bit of a trickster energy. Something you need to be aware of here. It's trying to block this alignment. That's really what's at stake. Are you going to stay trapped in this cycle, or are you going to get free? Are you and another going to get free? It really seems like it's coming down to just 2 here. What's at stake for this new world that Capricorn wants to step into, bring into being? What's at stake for this new world that Capricorn wants to step into and bring into being? Spirit, what's at stake for this new world that Capricorn wants to step into and bring into being? Spirit, what's at stake for this new world Capricorn wants to step into and bring into being? Spirit, what's at stake for this new world that Capricorn wants to step into and bring into being? Oh my goodness, look at this. Not meeting your fortune. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, caught in the spider's web of confusion. No alignment between you and this soulmate, this important connection you're supposed to come into contact with, because you fell for the trickster. You got caught in the web of illusion. Sagittarius energy there with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Eight of Swords to the King of Swords. Woo! This is some tricky energy here. You are dealing with somebody who's doing manipulation on some level. They're either a master manipulator. They know how to tie you up in your thoughts. This person works on a mental level. I keep picking that up. They work on a mental level and they want to block communication. And there's something about they want to humiliate you too. They want to embarrass you so maybe you will, keep quiet. You won't let yourself be seen. You won't let yourself be heard. This is a sneaky energy. They don't want to see you activating this destiny, whatever this is. It's got big X energy around it. Sagittarius has come out quite a bit. You got fire sign energy here, and there is fire sign energy here that is like stirring a pot. So be mindful of this too, okay? You're really going to have to pay attention to what you're feeling here. I feel like you've dealt with this character before. If this is somebody that you have not already dealt with, when you meet them, there's going to be like a sense of soul familiarity here. And it's instantly going to give you a visceral reaction that sets your hackles up. That's what I got. Like you feel like you should protect yourself. And I mean, in this Knight of Wands here, this character that's stirring the pot does have you by the horns. It's got the goat by the horns. It's riding the goat. So you might be a little suspicious if somebody's trying to goad you on, like in a particular direction. Maybe they're trying to stir up a conflict between you and somebody else. This could get you stirred up in some drama that could have you feeling really foolish for trusting this person. Okay, you need to be careful here. You're dealing with a tricky, slippery character. I feel like it's somebody you've dealt with before, though. I do. It's coming through as like somebody you've dealt with before. Things have always been imbalanced in this connection, okay? They've always been unstable with this person. That'll give you a clue. This person comes around and stirs up instability in your life. And they could do it again if you don't remember what you've already learned in this situation. There's something like, don't be a fool. Don't be foolish, because it's sort of like you won't have anybody to blame but yourself if you fall for this again. I think it's going to be obvious to you. And it looks like you got so much in place here. You don't want to blow this, okay? What's the cookie for Capricorn? If they stay focused, if they really trust their intuition. What's the cookie for Capricorn? What's the cookie for Capricorn? What's the sweet reward if Capricorn stays focused in this situation? Got the Ace of Wands in reverse. But I'm noticing how it is sort of like focused on the moon there. The tip of that calligraphy brush is on the moon there. I feel like that's a clue. Your moon sign has the message. That's what's coming through with that. Your moon sign has the message you need for how to activate your transformational fire and how to put the power back in your hands. And remember, it's your words. So have a look at your moon sign. What sign is it in? What house is your moon sign in? Learn everything you can about the placement you have there. And that's going to give you a major key to preserve the sweetness of the bloom. You got to look at this in a different way, though. Interesting. Okay. What's the cookie? What's the cookie for Capricorn here, Spirit? What's the cookie for Capricorn, Spirit? What's the sweet reward for Capricorn, Spirit, if they stay focused? Ooh, the Emperor. Oh, yes. That's the activation of the Stone of Destiny right there, man. Look at that. Wow. If you stay focused, man, you'll get there. You'll get there. And 3 will fall behind. It's interesting because with that 10 of Cups energy, see, there's the 3 there that want to pull you back down to the depths. Look at these 3 ravens off in the distance, okay? These could be the manipulators. There could be 3 of them. It could be a group of 3. It could be a circle. Yep, look at this. Your alignment, 4 of Wands. Wow. The celebration. You're meant to come together with somebody here. I see it very strongly. This is an alignment that's destined. There's a lot of opposing energy here for some reason. Cut the deck. Look at that. 2 of Cups. And again, there could be something very unconventional about your connection. There's something different about it. There's something about it that stirs things up. It stirs the pot. And yet it's meant to be. Okay? Don't let your fear of what it might stir up or what it reveals about you to others hold you back here. Okay? Because this could be thwarted if you allow the fear to take over with the 10 of Swords. You can't let this energy that's been sabotaging things for you, that feeds off fear, hold you back, okay? You really can't. This is an alignment that's supposed to happen for you. It's very important. Okay, give the target. Give the target that Capricorn should aim for with that new moon that comes in. What is the target that they should aim for on November 1st, Spirit, in order to activate this destiny and not fall for the wiles of this trickster? It could be 3, I have to say. It could be 3. That's been a theme here. It could be a masculine and a couple feminines here that you need to be aware of, right? It could be some kind of polyamorous dynamic too, all right? Maybe that's not what you want. And somebody's trying to pull you back into some old drama-rama, and you're like, that ain't for me. You might have dealt with somebody who wanted to live that lifestyle and you decided it wasn't for you. You didn't want to be a part of that. They might still try to play some games. This could be an ex that's trying to use, a couple people to try to make you jealous or distract you or place, They might know that there's this alignment that's coming in for you. Whatever this is, I feel like you're going to let it just fall behind you. I really see that. Your energy is coming out too strong. But there does look like there could be just like this little bump in the road when this influence first comes in, because I do feel like something here is going to try to cut you off at the pass, and you could get up in your head, right? You need to be aware. Whoever provokes that feeling in you or just puts your hackles up, you really need to listen to your intuition. Don't deny it, okay? So important. What is the target for Capricorn? Page of Cups. Ooh, thank you for highlighting. You do need to be aware of an invitation. It could even be just an invitation to like meet up, talk something out. This would be somebody you probably had a challenge with before. They're coming in with the trickster energy. It is likely somebody has a strong water sign placement in their chart. And again, I've been lately going with the whole vibe of if Pisces is coming out really strong, it probably has a lot to do with that 12th house influence. And this could be just something that's a hidden enemy to you. You do need to be aware this is a little tricky here. And I feel like, you know, it's almost like you got this, I see it. Oh, around the ankle, I just noticed. See, it's like you got a little cup of water in your hand. That's like reminding me of the Ace of Cups. And here is that trickster trying to wrap that tether around the ankle again. Be aware of this, okay? Be aware of this. It's coming through as being so important that you don't fall for this. There's a little bit of glamour around it too. Looks like a little bit of fairy glamour around it. Be aware, don't eat the fairy food, man. Lest you get caught up in the glamour, okay? That's weird. Don't be, you know, apologetic about not wanting to imbibe something that somebody's really trying to push on you too. I don't know why that's coming in, but hey, we've really seen the effect that has had on quite a few people with everything going on in the media, right? I mean, if you don't feel right about taking someone's drink, listen to that. I felt something. Oh, this flipped over. Yeah, wow, look at that. Flipped up in the middle of the deck. I felt something flip. I thought it landed on the ground, but it didn't. 7 of Cups. Yeah. Listen to that. That just came in as a side note, okay? So be careful with that. If somebody tries to offer you a drink and you're feeling like not right about it, they want you to eat something, drink something, and you're just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's wild. Oh my gosh, I got so much sentience. Yes, please don't. Look at that. Ace of Swords in reverse. That's that deceiver energy. It's tricky energy. And what does it come in with? It comes in with the moon. It will prevent you from crossing over the bridge and getting to the other side. This is a bit of a trollish energy, I have to tell you. Pisces energy, real strong here. Hidden enemy energy, also Cancer. Okay, coming in with the moon there. You need to be aware of this. It's something that could get you caught up. If you don't feel right about it, you don't feel right about it. And you gotta trust your gut on this one. Glamour is nigh. You need to be aware of this. Okay, that energy keeps wanting to take over. What is the target? What is the target that Capricorn should aim for in order to stay firmly on the road to the stone of destiny? 9 of Coins. Just continue to stay focused on yourself, okay? Now is the time to stay focused on yourself. And where it doesn't feel right to come into alignment with another, respect that. This is about your harvest energy. So really follow through right now, because there is a harvest you're securing here. And I have a feeling that you're going to have a lot of hungry energies coming around who also want to eat. And you need to, yep, there's the trickster again, 7 of Swords, okay? You do not have to fear this energy, right? But just be aware of the true intentions here. It's all smoke and mirrors. This person doesn't have any power, only the power you attribute to them. But there is something sneaky going on here. So don't let yourself be caught up where you know it don't feel right. Trust it, okay? Or you will kick yourself. It's imperative. It's imperative for you moving forward here because you're in this pre-empress or pre-emperor energy as you're moving forward down your road. And we do see the activation of your North Node here. You will achieve the Stone of Destiny, but you got to deal with this character who thinks they're really crafty, but I feel like you already got a heads up about them. They're coming around. You know that they are either a strong water sign energy. They like to manipulate intellectually and through the emotions. They like to do a lot of dream work, okay? They manipulate through their words. Their desire is to catch it up and prevent this from coming into alignment here. They got their eyes on that prize. Okay. It could be an ex, or they could have a connection to an ex of yours. They could be working with other people. They may be of the witchy persuasion. There's some indications here of that. They may have done some workings. If they did workings, they were thwarting work, binding work, and they like to work with glamour. Okay. Very troll-like energy. They may even come through in fake accounts on your stuff on social media and do a fair amount of trolling. Okay. There's something here that you can't let distract you. You can't get caught up in this. Okay. It's a false energy. You be mindful of it. It's coming out very clearly because it's almost like saying you've already secured this. So the only thing that can thwart it at this point is if you let this person get in your head. And if you get caught up in this distraction and this drama, it could really sabotage you and hold you back from what's coming into alignment here. Yep. Don't wait on a rescue for anybody. You got to save yourself here, right? Because there is a tower that's coming down. And I do feel like, you know, you got an opportunity here to escape with another person. And whoever has been manipulating things, they're going to go down with this tower. But it's up to you. You know, you have to really stay in alignment with your truth here. Trust your intuition. There is a storm coming. I mean, that did come in the beginning here. And see, look, there's all these thorns, right? You already dealt with the thorns. It's time for you to get the bloom. So don't fall for the illusion. Don't fall for the deception. Right? You don't need to go down with this tower. You don't. You're already free from this tower. But whoever has been doing this manipulation, it's like they're waiting on a rescue, and it's a rescue that ain't going to come. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Yeah. It's that glamour, okay? There's a lot of illusion here. There's a lot of illusion here. They may even try to work with that as an illusion, like, oh, don't trust them. They're going to take advantage of you. Oh my gosh. This energy, whatever it is, does not want you getting the memo. Okay? They may try to turn you against this person. Somebody may try to turn you against this person. They want you to believe that this person is going to cause you pain and suffering. And there's something, you got to trust your intuition here above all else. Don't forget the past. Don't forget what you've already been through. But don't trust people that have already proven that they're untrustworthy here. Especially if your gut's firing off, you really need to pay attention to your intuition here. I keep getting this message for you, though. It just looks like, really? You're ready to come into alignment with your destiny. And you just need to not fall for the same old spiel. That's what it feels like to me. I mean, these are old tricks. They're already ineffective. You've already been able to get over it. But there's something here about perhaps a little bit different of an angle being taken that, you know, if you're not careful, you could fall prey for. And where there's smoke, there's fire. There's something about that you do need to pay attention to here. I don't know why, but I feel like I just want to get one more like kind of cap off point here for you with the Halloween Oracle. Your read was unlike everybody else's. It's kind of like meandered all over the place, but I think that's because there's a lot of energies trying to pull on your energy too. It's really interesting. It's like somebody is hungry for your energy, Capricorn. Somebody still wants to feed off of you. It's coming in, okay? Yeah, but you have the strength to overcome this, okay? Could be a Leo. There could be a Leo in connection with this situation. We have a lot of fixed sign energy come in here. Could be somebody who's really like too full of pride, you know? We already had that energy kind of come out too, a little bit too much in their ego. They want to take you down a peg. I don't know. This is really weird energy, man. It comes out again. I think that's a confirmation of strength. Okay, maybe that's why I needed to do that. You could be dealing with a Leo, but whatever this is, the energy is being transformed. This is what you need to remember. Don't fall for the smoke and mirrors. You've already transformed this energy. It's already in process. The transformation's already underway. So don't stop now. Keep going, okay? Because if you look back, you know, it could all be taken away. Yeah, it's already gone. You're creating through the ashes, okay? There's transformation happening here. But with that Mexican marigold coming out to Jetes, yes, you do need to pull something out at the root. You still have an energetic tie here. There's still somebody trying to tap in, and I feel like you're letting this energy feed off you to a certain extent, okay? And you need to switch that up. It's time to do a little warding. It's time to protect your energy, protect your space, and protect your peace most of all, because you got happiness coming in here to your heart and your home. And I do see you arriving at that North Node and achieving your destiny. Looks good. So do what you need to do to cut this energy off, because it's a hungry ghost and it's having a hard time letting go of you. The only way it can be released is if you don't provide an entry anymore. So you have to figure out what is it that's still allowing you to let this energy in and pull that out at the root. Okay, Capricorn, Godspeed.